What's up, to the gang? It's your girl, to the gram, back with another video. And as y'all can tell by the title, we're finna get into some things. But before we get to it, make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. And without further ado, let's get straight to it. So for the ones that don't know what an AMA is, it's pretty much Ask Me Anything, just like a Q&A or anything. I just wanted to name it a little differently, so that's what that is. But I have 30 questions that I'm about to answer, so let's get to it. First one is, what brings you joy? I'm gonna say money and being around the ocean. Those are the two things that bring me the most joy. Dance as well, but I feel like those two right there. Number two, when do you feel the most like yourself? When I'm dancing. Yeah. Because I bring that crazy personality out. Like, yeah. Not like crazy, like Luku, but like, y'all know what I'm talking about. Number three, what makes you lose track of time? Content. Oh my God. Doing content, watching videos, listening to music, stuff like that makes me lose track of time. And it really sucks because it's like I usually sometimes have so much planned to do in the day, but content mostly takes up a lot of the time, to the point where if I have something planned and I'm doing nothing but content, it's like I either have to pick, do I want to stop making the rest of my content, finish it off, or do I want to go do what I was planning on doing the entire day? So it's always a lose-lose situation. Number four, what were you born to do? I honestly feel like I was born to dance, honestly. And it's so crazy because I ended up teaching myself how to do so. But I think that's what really got me where I am, honestly. Like, I mean, I was probably born to model and everything else too, but me, deep down, I really feel like your girl was meant to dance. As much as I love it, I really feel like that's what God put me on this earth to do. Number five, what was your first job? My first job was a cashier at Winn-Dixie, and I gradually moved up to different positions. But yeah, that was my first job. But I will say my first job kind of tied into my second job and got me paid way more than the first job did. Number six, did you play any sports growing up? So, like in school, no. But from time to time growing up, I would play basketball and even like throw the football. Sometimes, I think I did like ping pong and foosball. It was a lot of things I used to do back in the day, but did I actually like play sports on school teams? No. Seven, do you think self-care is important? I truly believe that self-care is important because if you don't take care of yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, you cannot keep giving to others, if that makes sense to y'all. So you can give to people all you want. You can be kind-hearted and give things to others, but if you don't get that energy back in return, you ain't gonna be able to do it for long. You'll get really drained out and you'll have to replenish yourself at some point anyway. So number eight, do you like roller coasters? I cannot stand roller coasters now. I used to be a roller coaster junkie growing up, but now I feel like now that I have like really bad anxiety, I can't do nothing. I went to Houston in September and we went on one roller coaster. It was like a Pharaoh ride and it went like this. When you see other people on it, it doesn't look as bad because I feel like the person that controlled the ride would do it depending on like who was on the ride. So like if it was mostly kids, they'd probably do it a little, but if there was like more adults, they'd probably like go all the way up. And unfortunately, we had mostly adults on ours. So he was swinging us like all the way in the air type shit, like to the point where me and Malcolm are both pretty skinny, right? And it got to a point where I'm holding onto the rail for dear life because I felt like I was going to literally fly every time we went up. And I was praying to God the whole time, like, please get me the fuck off this ride. Like, please get me the fuck off this ride. No. So certain roller coasters, like, you know, Ferris wheels and stuff like that, I have no problem with. But all these other roller coasters, Number 9, do you sing in the shower? I don't really sing in the shower like I used to. I used to all the time. Every now and then I'll play music while I'm in the shower, but I don't usually really sing to it. I just like chill to it. Number 10, would you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert? Okay, so I feel like I'm an extroverted introvert. So I used to always be an extrovert in my mind. But throughout the years, I realized that I am very much an introvert now. But I still have my extrovert qualities, so I feel like I am an extroverted introvert. So you'll get the chill moods where I'm an introvert and I'm just like to myself doing whatever. But then you'll get those moments where I'm literally cutting the fuck up. Like you're gonna get both. You're not gonna get one or the other. You're gonna get both, especially when I'm out with others. 11, do you have a best friend? I only have one best friend, and that's been my best friend since high school. And her name is Clara. And honestly, she's more like a big sis to me. But we still have the best friend title, if that makes sense. So, yeah, that's my only best friend. The fool. Number 12, what is your favorite slang? There's so many. I don't know if I can pick one. I'm always just picking up slang that he says because I'm around him 24/7. So I probably say the one that he says the most that I'm always saying right now is either oh my lord or heard. Those are the two I'm usually saying all the time that I don't realize I'm saying until, you know, I'm either hearing myself say it or someone points it out. 13, what is the most annoying song you've ever heard? Wow. Very, very specific. That's kind of hard to sit here and actually think about the most annoying song. I honestly don't know what the most annoying song I've ever heard was. I guess I'll say Friday by Rebecca Black. I guess. I'm gonna just go off on a limb and say that. That's probably, yeah, it's up there. It's definitely up there. 14, how can someone lose your trust? It's very hard to lose my trust, but I feel like once it gets to a point where you're not willing to, you know, have a conversation, have a sit down, you pretty much want to say what you have to say and not actually like listen to someone else's feelings or side of anything. That's what really gets that, honestly. Like, once you get to a point where I feel like I'm talking to a brick wall, I just can't do it. I lose interest in anything. Like, it's not just trust, it's just interest in general. Like, I don't even want to be around you. I don't want a friendship, nothing. Like, if you're not willing to, you know, sit down, have a conversation like a normal person, I just don't want anything to do with you at all. So, 15, do you believe in aliens? I am an alien.
Because I'm an alien.
Why?
Because I'm an alien.
Explain.
I can't explain.
Do you feel like, and I don't mean, you know, sometimes people think alien with the eyes and outer space and all that stuff, but you really feel like you're not of this planet?
I don't know. No, I'm an alien.
Well, you know what?
Extraterrestrial.
Fuck it, I'm an alien too.
For sure.
There it is.
16, do you believe in second chances? To an extent, I do believe in second chances, but if you have shown your ass too much to me, I doubt you're gonna get a second chance. I probably am just gonna be done with you. And 9 times out of 10, when I give certain people second chances that did fuck up the first time, they end up fucking up again, and it's like, yeah, no. No. You ain't getting a third, because I was nice enough to give you a second, but you're definitely not getting a third. 17, are you claustrophobic? Like a motherfucker. Oh my God. And I honestly did not know I was claustrophobic until I went to a haunted house when I was younger. And, I was with a group of friends, and we were all like in a line, because it was like a little path that you had to like get out of. And I was okay up until the point where it got blocked off and they wanted us to back up. And I'm just like, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Like, I literally started panicking, and that's when I realized your girl was claustrophobic. Like, and you know, this was like way before COVID, but I'm just like, yeah. I don't like to be around closed areas, in small areas, being around too many people. Yeah, no, I don't like it. 18, what's your favorite corny joke? Okay, so I just learned this one, right? I was watching a vlog from Peyton B, and this guy from Hawaii said this, and I think it's so fucking hilarious, and I love it, even though it's corny, right? So y'all know how Bud Light is spelled Budlight, right? Well, the incident that he came up with was, bitch, you don't like it? Go home then. That shit right there, bro. I was so like, oh my God. I fucking loved it. I don't know what it is about it, but I just love it. Like, number 19, have you ever had a near-death experience? I actually have. So, I would probably say my near-death experience is one time when I was about to go to the 7th grade, and a childhood friend had a bike, and the bike did not have any brakes on it. So he was coming towards me, and my first instinct was to get out the way, right? But I'm thinking, oh, he's gonna swerve, he's not gonna hit me. Hit right into me. He hit me so hard, it literally like flew my head like that, and my body dropped to the ground. When my body dropped to the ground, I ended up scraping my knee, and my head went like this in the air, and I just saw blood coming out, and I was just like, I started freaking the fuck out, and everybody witnessed it when it happened, so everybody started coming running towards me. And at the time, my mom thought that maybe he knocked my teeth out, but he really didn't. He just like hit my nose very hard. And still to this day though, it's kind of hard for me to breathe in one nostril, because he didn't necessarily knock it out of place, but it's like, it's very, yeah, it's not centered in a way. So I do originally have, you know, if it's like very humid, very hot, sometimes I can't breathe. So that's why I'm always around cold air. It's not because I like to be cold, y'all. I just can't breathe when it's hot and stuffy. But that was definitely a near-death experience for me, because I just saw the sky and then I saw the ground. Like, my entire head went like this. And I was just like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I was in like shock. I was in disbelief. 20, do you like horror movies? I love horror movies. For some reason, I'm laughing at horror movies instead of being scared half the time. And I think that's more because of how I grew up. So on my mom's side of the family, her brothers and sisters had a Chucky doll. And I remember I would have to watch the movie Chucky by myself in the room. And maybe like during the movie, or when it was almost time to, you know, for the movie to end, they would call me outside of the room, and they would hide the Chucky doll in the like in the little, you know, chimney area that they had, and try to scare me. And they did, because I would run out that room like screaming and hollering. And I think with them doing, like, you know, they were doing this because they thought it was funny, but I think that really like built up my tolerance of not being scared of nothing. Like, no horror movies, nothing, like Freddy Krueger, none of that. I ain't scared of none of that now. Like, it's so crazy how that ended up happening. 21, are you extra? As a motherfucker. And I don't care, because I feel like I was born this way, and if I wasn't born this way, I literally ended up learning how to be extra. But either way, I don't give a fuck. That's how I'm unique. That's why people love me. It makes me me. You got a problem? Like, 22, have you ever thrown up in public? Oh my god. Have I? So in like 5th grade, there was like a stomach bug going around school, and I ended up getting it. And I remember it got to a point where I could not keep anything down. I went to school. I think I was okay. But when I got to like, I think it was like 2nd hour, it was like English class, and I told my English teacher I was not feeling good at all. She was like, just put your head down, rest if you need to. I was like, okay. So I did that, but it was picture day. So they ended up calling us to go to the gym to take pictures. So my English teacher's like, oh, Kylie, wake up, it's time for you to go take. And I told her, I was like, I still don't feel good. She's like, just go take a picture and come back. And if you still feel horrible, then we'll let you, we'll let you go home. I'm in line, and I feel like I wasn't even that far from the beginning of the line. And all of a sudden, I just felt like I had to throw up. And it didn't even give me like a chance to like try to run to the bathroom. It just like came out like I didn't have nothing. It just and I remember I was I was so close to the bathroom in the gym. I ran to the bathroom, throwing up the entire way, right? By the time I got to the damn toilet, it stopped. I was so mad. And then I was so embarrassed because I literally like threw up in front of everyone, because there was like a couple of classes in there getting their pictures taken. I felt so embarrassed. I didn't want to come out. It took the teachers and administrative to get me out of the bathroom. They still made me take my picture. And then they escorted me out, and they're like, we're gonna call your parents, they have to come get you. So they let me go in the classroom, get my stuff, and called my mom. She came got me, and she brought me to her work. I believe I ate like maybe chicken noodle soup and something else, and I fell asleep in her office. I jolted up because I had to throw up. Like, I literally like woke, like my body woke me up out my sleep, and I had to run to the bathroom, and I threw up at a job. And I remember I was like, oh my god, I cannot keep nothing down. It was horrible as fuck. And somebody at her job suggested that I take some vitamin water. And I remember falling asleep at home, and she woke me up and she said, here, take this. So I drank some vitamin water, and it like magically like cleared up any symptoms or anything I had. I could keep food down and everything after that. And I'm just like, what the hell? What the fuck is, like, what is in vitamin water? Like, what the hell is this? And that was my first time ever hearing vitamin water. I think this is around the time it kind of came out or something. Oh my god. So thank you to vitamin water, because they literally saved my ass in 5th grade, because it was absolutely crazy. 23, have you ever been on TV? I have. I've been on TV for Keesler Federal Credit Union. They had a commercial that they were filming locally, and I was asked to be in it, and I was really only in the commercial for like 5 seconds, but I was still on TV, bitch, because I came home one night from work, and I just magically happened to be on the TV channel that was airing the commercial, and I saw myself on TV, and it was hella crazy. I was so geeked out, but it was late as hell, so I'm like, I can't, do too much right now, but I was so happy to see that I was in a commercial. I'm like, oh my god, I'm on TV. Mama, I made it. Like, I'm on TV right now. 24, do you consider yourself a good dancer? Oh, bitch. Now, see, if you would have asked me this, like, high school years, I'd be like, bitch, I am the best dancer. But now that it's been like 3 years since I actually really like dance, and I'm getting back into it, I am a little rusty. I am. When you take a minute to get yourself together and actually get back into the craft of everything, you are kind of rusty, because you haven't been practicing, you haven't been doing it. But right now, I would say yes, I am a good dancer. But once I get to, after like Mardi Gras and stuff like that, I'm definitely gonna perfect it, and I feel like I'll be back to the best dancer category again because dance is my life. Like, I know y'all waiting for them dance videos and they coming, but I just don't want to give y'all anything less than what y'all deserve, especially because y'all been waiting for it for years. So 25, where is your happy place? The beach. That's my happy place. It don't matter if it's like in Florida, if it's in Mississippi, I don't care where it's at as long as there's sand and water. That's all I need. Reason why I said that is because there's little bitty beaches, there's literally one in Slidell, but it doesn't really matter as long as there's sand and water. I'm happy there. I'm 100% happy. 26. Have you ever kept a journal? I have a journal now. I journal every day. Sometimes on the weekends I do forget to journal because I be so busy, y'all. Like I said, content and everything else. But yeah, I have a journal. I keep a journal. What about it? No, I like putting my thoughts and ideas on paper because you do manifest what you say with your words, but you also can manifest what you write down as well. So I'd rather have a 2-for-1 special than, you know what I'm saying? 27, do you have your wisdom teeth? I do not have my wisdom teeth. I actually got them taken out, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago. I started to grow them from my bottom teeth, and the way my teeth used to grow was horrible. So I had so many teeth in my mouth growing up. Like, I literally looked like a shark. You know how sharks have like 3 rows of teeth? Yeah, that's how my shit looked like. Yeah, I love it. But my teeth were fine, and then my wisdom teeth started growing into my actual teeth to where it was constant pain, right? So my dentist was like, okay, we'll have to get your wisdom teeth out, which were fine. And then when I went to them, they're like, oh, we can do all 4. And I'm looking at them like, they told me just 2. Why y'all want to get all 4 out? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all just trying to get some money or something? Like, what's going on? And they're like, it's better to just do all 4 now, get them out the way, since 2 of them are already growing out. Instead of doing those 2 now and then the other 2 come in later, you have to come back. Might as well just do all 4. So my mom ended up talking me into getting all 4. So, all right, whatever. Do it, get it out of the way. Mind y'all, like I said, the 2 on the bottom started to grow out, like towards my other teeth. The 2 on the top were nowhere near my gums. They were like towards like my nose area. They were like up here. They were nowhere near the gums at all. So it would have took them maybe another 5 years to actually grow in. So maybe around this time, my top wisdom teeth would have been trying to come out. So that was very crazy to see the x-ray, that my top wisdom teeth were nowhere near my gums at all, but the 2 bottom ones were already like poking. Like, they was out. So I got all 4 surgically removed out my mouth. It took me a little over a week to heal, but I got it done before my senior year of high school, and I don't regret it. I mean, yeah, my cheeks were like, I really looked like a chipmunk. I really did. And I was mad because I ended up getting my driver's license the same week, and I looked like a fucking chipmunk in my first driver's license picture. So, yay. But it was down by the time I went to my senior year of high school, so it wasn't that bad. 28, can you speak any other languages? No, unfortunately. I know, it's sad, it is. I only know English. But I would love to learn Spanish and Creole because those are actually in my heritage. And it would be hella dope if I can end up learning it and even passing it down to my kids eventually. That would be hella fucking dope. Even French. I learned a little bit of French in high school, but I vividly remember it. But those would be hella dope if I really knew it like very fluently. That way I could actually like teach it to them. And we could pretty much talk shit about their father in another language. I mean, he wants to learn Spanish, but I mean, we would literally just be talking in French and Creole, so he would know what we was talking about. 29. Do you have a YouTube channel? I do. Welcome to my YouTube channel, y'all. This is Tootie Graham. What's up? How you doing? And lastly, number 30. If you had to change your name, what would you change it to? I would legally change it to Tootie Graham if I could. I don't know, just Tootie Aaliyah Graham just works with me. My family gave me the nickname Tootie at a young age because I reminded them of Tootie from Facts of Life. And I love Aaliyah, love her music, love her name, the way it's spelled, just love it. And then y'all know I'm a big Drake fan, so had to take the last name Graham. Like, it just, Tootie Aaliyah Graham just fits for me. So if I legally had to change my name, it would probably be to that. And I wouldn't look back because I came up with it. And what about it? But those were my 30 AMA questions. Y'all know I'm gonna do another part, so don't feel bad if one of your questions did not come on here, or you got questions that you want to ask me yourself. Go ahead and comment down below. Get them in here now before it's too late. But at some point when I'm ready to do part 2, I will ask y'all for more questions. So if you don't have any right now, that's okay. But if you do, go ahead. Don't be afraid to comment it below, because that way you will know that your question will be in part 2 for sure. But to the gang, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.